Today we're going to fix roasted pork. It's not hard. First we're going to get, you can use a pork loin or these are sirloin pork chops. First we're going to take and put a little oil. Now I'm using pure canola oil. You can use whatever you got on hand. Alright, not a whole bunch because we're just going to use that to wipe things. Then we're going to take, now I already went ahead and minced up some garlic. But you can buy garlic already minced up in a jar. As far as I'm concerned, it's just as good as you don't have to, with the hassle of peeling the clove and all that. But if you're into it, go ahead and use a clove. So we're going to put the garlic in there like that. Then we're going to take a little thyme. Not a lot, just a little. It's dried, so it's, if you use fresh, you can use a lot more. Dried is a lot stronger. Okay. Alright, now we've done that. Then we're going to take a little salt and pepper. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And you're going to use just a little salt. Again, you don't want to get crazy. Just sprinkle a little bit on there. You know, just enough to make the doctors yell and scream, "Oh, no more salt, no more salt." We're not into that. I'm into having a good meal. You want healthy? Yeah, this is healthy. You know, it's the way people eat. You know, it's obvious I'm not a vegetarian. So, now you take this, and you take your oil and your thyme, and get it going. Then you get it down here. Then we put a little on this side. Here we go, yeah. Look at that. Then we put a little on this side. Yeah, look at this go. Look at this go, yeah. Now, you want to get a pan that you can lay this on so that it'll roast. So we're going to put that on here like this. Then we're going to, thank you sir. Then we're going to put that on like this. And then you're going to take situate the pan because you want your drippings to go down in there. That's the good stuff. Now we're going to put a little bit more of this on the other side. We're going to have everything really coated good. We got our flavors going. So there you go. Now, the old motto is clean as you go. That way when you're done with what you're doing, you're not having to have a bunch of stuff. Okay, now, we've got this done. So we're going to put this in the oven at 330 degrees. You're going to cook it to 170 degrees. If you got a meat thermometer, that's fine. If you don't, take a fork and when it's poking, if it's not real, you know, goes in real easy, then you know you still got a little ways to go. But if you got a meat thermometer at 170, you're going to put it in the oven. It's going to take about an hour. In the meantime, we're going to do some potatoes here. And we're going to peel them. So, just go over to your sink. Get at it. I use a potato peeler. If you ain't got one, you can use a paring knife. That usually brings about cuts on the finger, red on the potato. I've seen it happen. It never did mess with my grandma very much. She got a little red on the potato, it just went on in the pot. We didn't care. All we wanted to do was eat. It's flavor. Okay. Get your potatoes sliced. I'm going to do 2 of them. Now you got to remember, you come in, you've worked hard all day, you've if you're a single person, or let's say you got a family that you got to fix for. This meal is relatively simple. You know, there is a little work involved, but like I said, if you got your menu cycle going, you know what's coming in tomorrow. You know, it's you might have this on there, your menu. Well, you can pre-prep if you want, or you can just wait and do it that day. It ain't that big of a deal. So we got that done. So, take your potato. You can slice it about any way you want. Me, I like to do it this way. Now, you can use a French knife if you want, but we ain't. We're just using a paring knife. Get them thin. Now, don't do this like I'm doing, because if you ain't got the skill, you'll whack a finger off. And I've whacked fingers more than once. But just get them sliced, you know. Don't wait, you know, and, oh, that's too thick. Nah. Now you don't want a bunch of real thick pieces, you know, that try to keep it as uniform as you can, but you know, it's not no big deal. Okay, you got your potatoes peeled. We got an onion here. You cut the top and bottom off. Then you get in there and you just grab that puppy and you get that stuff off there. Don't worry about it. So you take a little onion for it. Years ago, all this would have gone in a stock pot, but we don't have a stock pot. Well, we could have one, but I ain't messing with it. This way you can buy chicken stock, or you can make your own. Cut the onion in half, because like all produce, you know, sometimes you get a little bad spot. You just get it out of there. So you got your onion ready to go. Put that on. Now you're not going to use the pepper for the potatoes, but you cut the top of that pepper off. And a little whole thing pops out. And then you take your knife, go in there, cut out all the seed, throw that away. Then you take the muff over here, rinse it off a little bit, get all the yuck off of it. And then, you know, we're going to cut this like this. Now, a lot of people like to, they don't even mess with this. I do. We're just going to whack it up here in little bitty bites. We're going to use this on our meat later on when it gets done. You know, we don't need a whole bunch of it. We're just going to, there we go. Okay. So we're going to put that just to the side right now with this. Now you're going to get a pan.
Somebody's calling.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait because we're busy. That's what about cell phones I don't like. They don't know what you're doing. I had my vegetable oil. Did I put it up?
Try it.
Oh, well, thank you, assistant. So you're going to put your oil in your pan. You want to get it covered, you know, like that, you know. Then you're going to put that on your stove here. You're going to turn it on. And you got to let your oil get hot, because if you don't, you throw your potatoes in there, you're going to wind up burning, sticking to the bottom.
Oh.
You're going to be frying your potatoes. Now here's a little trick your grandma taught me. Get your oil hot, sprinkle a little flour, not a lot. Put it in there. This will keep your potatoes from sticking. Now we're going to put our potatoes We're gonna lay them in there. Be careful. Don't want to get any of that grease on you. I cut up a little green onion, a little onion. I got a little piece of pepper in there, but it doesn't hurt nothing. Get your spatula here. And get them leveled out. Okay. Now we get a little salt and your pepper. I like a lot of pepper on my fried potatoes. Now, some people don't. Season to according, season to your taste. That's how it goes. Salt. All right. This will take about, depending on how you want them. I like mine real crispy. So it'll take probably about 10-15 minutes. There you go.
Alright, here it goes.
Alright, now your potatoes, you flipped them. They're brown. They're ready to go. I just kind of break them up a little bit here, you know, with my spatula to kind of. Alright. So you got to be careful. You don't want to burn yourself. There's no reason to. Then you come over to a plate that you put some paper towels on. I use 4. And by the way, I use cheap paper towels for stuff like this. But if you're into having the little pretty ones with the flowers on it and all that, you go for it. You know, the potatoes will appreciate it. Like I said. Okay. Now you let this allows the grease to get away from your potatoes, you know. Instead of being in the potato, they can go down in the grease. Now you make sure you turn that off. You don't want your grease to get hot. You don't want to be a statistic in the fire department. What happened to the house? They left a bunch of grease on the stove and it caught on fire. Alright, our meat's done. We're going to pull it out of the oven. Make sure when you open up the oven door, you ain't got your face right over it. If you do, you'll find out why you don't want to. Yeah, that time for the heat to come flying out of there. Be careful. Your pan, that little one, is just resting on there. I would advise you to grab them both. You're going to pull the pan out. You're going to place that on top of the stove, on your top there. Now that pan's hot, so you're going to turn your stove back, I got electric. You're going to turn it back on, you know. Now we're going to take, and we're going to put our meat. We're going to go ahead and put it over here. This is for 2. We're going to place that right here for right now. We're going to plate them up here in a bit. I'm going to go ahead and take and make where you take your dressing, well, not dressing, but you're taking your peppers and your onions, you're going to place them right in on top of your drippings. Okay? Then you're going to get that moved around. Now you take a little cold water, and I mean just a little bit, maybe 1/4 cup, maybe a little bit more if you made more. put this right here. What you're doing is you're deglazing your pan. Now, if you really want to do it good, get your little white wine. You know, that makes a difference. Okay, so we got our pan on here. You just kind of work it back and forth with your spatula. Get them crusties going. Because what you're doing is, them crusties is your flavor. You're going to get that going. You're going to set your going to let your onions and your peppers get tender. So we're going to crank the heat up a little bit. And that way, we're going to cook it a little faster. Now you got to watch it because you don't want to burn it. You know. Going to get this good and hot. Now, you know, as I was telling you about your menu cycle, you have your 5-week menu cycle. Well, I'm going to incorporate a dish that I prepared a couple of days ago. That's vegetables. It's celery, carrots, cabbage, a little pepper, a little butter, and a little water. And you just put it on the stove in a skillet and let it simmer. And onions are transparent. The cabbage is going to be really, how would you say, tender and wilted looking. And now when you got your water kind of going here, like I said, this ain't going to take that long. Then you're going to go over and you're going to take a little cornstarch. I've got maybe a 1/4 cup of water. You're going to take maybe a 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. Not much. You're going to put that in your water. You're going to stir that around. You want all the lumps out of it. You know. You're making a little bit cornstarch slurry is what they call it. Or you can call it whatever you want. You know. And you pour this in. And this is your thickening agent. Now you're going to stir that around. You know, let that, you see how it got all the brown? That's the goodness of the drippings. That's what is going to make this good. Now you're going to turn your oven back, your stove back down to about 3. You don't want this to get burnt. And you can see how it's thickened up. It's clear. Okay. We're going to let that just sit there. And we're going to turn it off. That way we don't have to worry about it. Because it's an electric stove, they don't just lose their heat immediately. Keep that in mind when you're using electricity. Gas is great because you can turn it down and it's down. It's done. Electric, you kind of hang in there for a while. Okay, now we're going to plate now. So we're going to get our potatoes. Now we got our meat on the table, on the plate, which we're going to put on the table. I guess you can tell I'm a little hungry. I'm getting ahead of myself there. All right. Get it on there. Well, this makes we did a deal for 2 people. You get your potatoes on there. Okay. You can't see me right now, but I'm getting the microwave. I'm getting my vegetables that I had made, you know, 2 days earlier. And that's the nice thing about vegetables like this. They just get better now. You don't want to keep them. My rule of thumb is 3 days and out. You haven't used it up in 3 days, well then you need to get rid of it. Or otherwise you're going to start dealing with stuff like ptomaine, botulism, and you don't want to deal with that. Nope, you don't. Okay. Now you can see how the colors work together. And then we're going to grab our little sauce, peppers and onions. We're going to place a little of that on top of the pork chop, pork sirloin. There we go, like that. And we're going to take a little of our, we call it a sauce. All right. And now, let me get this out of the way here so we can look really pretty. We're going to set this to one side. Yep. All right. I'm being a little, I want my plate to look nice. So we're gonna do that. And then, a couple of days ago, I made what they call pickled beets. We'll do that one day because it's really simple, but it adds color because I like them. So we get our beets. I'm going to say 2. All right, what the hell, we'll say 3. Woo! That one tried to run away. We got him. He's not going to leave. One thing about beet juice, don't get it on you. You won't like it. You won't like it. Well, that one won't be though. There we go. So here you go. You got 2 dishes. Very colorful. Very flavorful. Not hard. Not hard at all. Eat. Enjoy. If you like what you see, subscribe. And then next time we'll do something else. So hang in there and have a good day.